Hi guys, it's me Uday Saraswat. Welcome to another video of my channel. Today we are going to look what is serialization and deserialization in Java. Okay, so it is a important concept which we need to understand. So what serialization and deserialization are? So let's say we are having an object and that object we need to convert to a file. So let's say I'm having a Java object which is defined in Java, and that object I need to convert to a JSON file. So that particular process is called serialization. So what is going to happen in that object I have created will be converted to a byte stream, and that byte stream will be converted to a file. For example, in our case, JSON file. And on the vice versa, the deserialization is that particular JSON file needs to be converted to a Java object. So how that is going to happen is that JSON file will get converted to byte stream, and then byte again will get converted to Java object. So this is how serialization and deserialization is. And there's there's an object output stream class is there in Java, which allows us to write object and read objects. So we can see that one particular method is given here, public final void write object. So using this we can write a file in a system, and this will throw input output exception if some error occurs inside it. And the other one is read object, and for that we have object input stream class defined for this particular method, and using that we can read an object, and if the object is invalid or the format is not correct, then it will throw input output exception. Or if that particular class into which we are reading that object, then it will throw us class not found exception. Okay, they've explained the same thing in this diagram as well. Let's move to an example. Okay, let us consider this example. So in this class there is a demo class which implements java.io.serializable. So whenever we are working with serialization and deserialization, we will implement this particular interface. So what happens when we implement this interface is that Java by default knows that okay, this particular class I will have to use for serialization and deserialization. Okay, and this class is having an two variables. One is integer and another one is string. Okay, and one default constructor. Then in the main method we are creating an object of this class, and we are creating a file name string. Okay, and then what we are doing is file output stream. This is the class we discussed above, and using this particular class we are creating a file. So in this line we are creating a file for this particular file.ser. We are in this particular line we are creating that line, and object output stream is equals to new object output stream and file, and this particular file we have created in this line, and now to that file we are creating an object output stream. So what this object output stream will be used in, so we will be writing data to this particular file. So that will be done using this object output stream, and that what we are doing in this particular line, that out.write object, and this particular object which we created, we are writing this to this particular out, which is nothing but the file we created. Okay, and out.close. So once we this is a object output stream, so it will remain running until we close it. So it needs to be closed. It will wait for other data to come. So we will close it, and we will close the file output stream as well. Okay, so this is how it's done. And in deserialization what we have to do, so this case was for serialization, and for deserialization what is there is that we will need to convert that file into Java object. So first we will be reading that file using file input stream and object input stream. So we are having file input stream object in which we are giving the file name, and then using object input stream we are creating an object input stream of that for that particular file. And after that we are running it. So how we are running is using an object of input stream. We are calling this read object method, and this method will read that particular file, and we are casting it to this particular class. So because we know that it is a that the data format it is following is of this particular class, so we are casting it to this particular class, and then it will be stored in object one, and then again we need to close it. And that's how the deserialization is done in Java. Okay, and in the catch blocks we are having, for this particular case, we are having input output exception and class not found exception, as we discussed earlier. These two will be thrown. Okay guys, I hope serialization and deserialization is clear, how it is done in Java and what all classes and methods we have to use, and we have to close them in the end. So I think all those things are clear for now. So that's it guys for this session. Till then, see you in the next session.